And we are back with the Seattle Seahawks with their deep draft of only 3 picks. Man, all right. So with their first pick, they took Dwayne Eskridge, Western Michigan wide receiver
In the second round.
in the second round. They followed that up in the fourth round with cornerback Trey Brown from Oklahoma. And then they ended their day with offensive tackle Stone Forsey from Florida. Sure, I messed up
Oh,
his last name too.
I was hoping you said Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, they might need him. I think they're gonna have. I think the boys are gonna have a down year this year. Sorry,
Mm.
and then I think that's gonna lead to Russ getting up out of there. I don't know. I feel like the Cardinals got better, the Rams got better, 49ers are coming back healthy. Might be a down year for them boys. Um,
You're last.
C minus C. They didn't really have much. They didn't have a lot of picks to really try to address anything, to be honest. So it's like it's hard. It's hard to judge them, but it's like, yeah. I mean, with 3 picks in the whole draft, what can I really give you? Yeah, I see.
Yeah. C minus. 3 picks. I don't like any of the picks. I'm I mean
Their
the
best
Seahawks
pick, their
have
best pick to be was Tamarian Terry, which they got him as an undrafted free agent. That was their best pick to me, honestly. And like I said, they signed him after the draft.
yeah, they like Trey said, barely did anything in free agency. Definitely the draft capital didn't have much to work with to begin with. So uh yeah, C
Yeah,
minus. Um and that's just being nice. Could say worse, but I'm gonna go with C minus. Good luck, Seattle Seahawks fans. As I told Mariano previously, grab not just one pillow but two and bite down. Use the other one just to cuddle, I guess, or whatever you feel like doing. I don't know. Don't get too weird. But yeah, Spence.
I'm gonna just give him a C average. I really can't really give him anything with 3 picks, but I mean, it's gonna be a tough season, guys. Seahawks fans, it's gonna be a tough one. You might be droopy after Russell got his teeth pulled. So, yeah, good luck, guys.
Russell Wilson gonna be demanding a trade before that trade deadline.
Oh yeah,
Sheesh.
he
Oh,
wants out.
all right, on to the San Francisco 49ers. So they moved up, traded with Miami to get the third overall pick, and they did what everybody thought they were going to do. They took a quarterback. Now, the question leading up to that was, is it going to be Mac Jones? Is it going to be Trey Lance? Is it going to be Justin Fields potentially? Well, they went with Trey Lance from North Dakota State with the third overall pick. Now, I'm not mad at it. I like Trey Lance, but I just feel like personally, Justin Fields was more so built to be in that Kyle Shanahan offense. Not saying Trey Lance can't do some of the same things, but I just feel like I've seen more Justin Fields, but what you have seen of Trey Lance has been good. So I guess that's what they're banking on. So we'll see. But off to a good start. They say Jimmy G was the first person to call him, so there's no ill will there. A lot of time these veteran quarterbacks where they draft somebody, they don't necessarily like that. See Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. See how Aaron Rodgers is acting now that Jordan Love was drafted. Big Ben was once threatened by Mason Rudolph. In hindsight, Ben, you had nothing to worry about. He's a bum. But let's continue on with the 49ers draft. They then went offensive guard Aaron Banks from Notre Dame. And as we spoke about earlier, I love this pick. In the third round, running back from the Ohio State, Trey Sermon. Kyle Shanahan is pretty much a running back factory. He loves running backs. He can never have too many running backs. And what's crazy about it is how I know it's Kyle Shanahan is because as you see, when a lot of these running backs leave out of that offense and they go other places, see Matt Breida in Miami last year, didn't do anything, looked like a totally different person. Yeah. So I think Trey Sermon went to the best possible situation as far as a running back's concerned. He's gonna find a way with that zone run scheme. He's gonna get him some good carries. Then they go cornerback Ambry Thomas from Michigan. Like this, I believe there's no more Richard Sherman over there, and some of those other corners they were getting kind of longer in the tooth too. So makes sense to go ahead and get younger at the cornerback position. Then they go back on the offensive line. Offensive guard Jaylon Moore from Western Michigan in the 5th round. Then they follow back to the secondary again with cornerback Demordre Lenore from Oregon. Another solid cornerback, I think, for where they got him at. So it looks like they're trying to address that secondary. They follow up with their 3rd 5th round pick, Talanoa Hufanga, safety from USC. And then because he likes running back so much, as we stated, they finished the draft in the 6th round with Elijah Mitchell, running back from Louisiana. They pretty much addressed everything they needed to, except to me, you probably could have looked at a receiver. But I'm gonna give him a solid A-. A-. I really like the Trey Lance pick.
Okay. Real quick, I want to clarify 2 things real quick before I go back onto the 49ers. Previously, I said about the Giants, I gave them a B+, A-. Reason being my update, I forgot. The Giants had 2 trade backs, the 1st and the 2nd round. Obviously, future draft capital. So I'm just gonna give them A-, even though they didn't get they didn't address the offensive line. But just want to state that real quick. And Seattle Seahawks, it's okay. You may be last in the division, but it doesn't mean that you're the worst team in the NFL. It's just you got a tough division, and so 4th place, not so bad. But hey, just brace yourself. But
he knows how that is. He's in the AFC North, and they're finishing 4th this year.
Here we go. Seahawks, Vick, Seahawks.
San Francisco 49ers.
San Fran.
I'm gonna say this right now, making a bold prediction. You hear it now. Hear it now. Remember it. Remember the face. Remember I said it. Vick Bynum. Trey Lance will have a better career than my boy Trill Tray's Justin Fields. I said it now. So in case Trey wants to be like, whatever y'all want to say, just know I said it.
And this is
Trey
May
Lance.
5th, 2021.
Correct.
His timestamp.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Think about these deals. They're all fun.
Love the pick, Trey Lance. He may not be the best rated quarterback to say, but I do feel just the fact that he's in that system with Kyle Shanahan, it's going to elevate his game, and he's going to get the best out of the man. All right. Aaron Banks, love the pick. He just looked like a 49er. I mean, you just see certain players, and it's just like, yep, he's a Raven. Yep, he's a 49er. Yep, he's a Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, typically those are like pillows, but
shot somehow.
Running back Trey Sermon.
He couldn't even say that with a straight face. He knows what's up.
Well, that offensive line is gonna be a pillow. That's just what's gonna be running with Najee. That's gonna be the only hard part of it. But anyways, solid draft. I gave them a B. Only thing that I probably would have wanted them to more so address is the cornerback position in the earlier rounds. I know they got Ombre Thomas. We'll see how he develops. I mean, see if he becomes something special. But
Hey,
cornerback,
another thing you got to think about though, not to cut you off. Well,
yeah, I'm done.
With that, no, with their pass rushers, they're gonna make their corners job a lot easier if you really think
Yeah.
about it.
And plus, they run a lot of zone schemes, so it won't be too big of a deal. But I
Yeah, they
still
don't really
believe
put
that.
nobody on the island like that,
Yeah,
except Richard Sherman, and it worked
Even that's-
it worked his first couple seasons here, and we see how that ended in the Super Bowl. But
yeah.
yeah,
Spence.
I'm gonna give him A-. This Trey Lance pick was a very surprise pick because with reports saying, "Oh yeah, they're taking Matt Jones." So we're like, I don't
They gave him
know.
a D.
But then all of a
Matt
sudden,
Jones.
you saw on the screen, and they take Trey Lance, which was a very surprising good pick. So I'm like, okay, all right. So they handle things on defensive, of course. Go ahead and get ready for Richard Sherman's replacement. So yeah, go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna give it A-. I'm gonna get San Fran A-. I think they're gonna be fine, especially getting running backs they have. Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan is an RB factory over there. So
Yep, running back factory. He does that position very well. And low key, some quarterbacks have had their best season under Kyle Shanahan's offense too. Mr. Matt Ryan. Yeah, he got his MVP with him as under his reigns, as well as your boy Kirk Cousins, Mr. You Like That. So just saying that he's had some success with quarterbacks as well, even though he gets a lot of more credit as far as being offensive coordinator type.
yeah,
and, the running back thing, but he's had some success with quarterbacks as well. All right, so on to the Super Bowl champion, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Say it with your chest, little niggy.
Anyway, so
I'm gonna give him an F for no effort.
Wow. That's how we're doing it. All right. I see how this Spence.
You don't need nobody.
All right, so first round they went Joe Tryon, Washington, outside linebacker.
Which makes sense.
They followed that up with quarterback Kyle Trask from Florida.
Very interesting pick.
Yeah, interesting. We'll say that. They went offensive tackle Robert Hainsey from Notre Dame.
Which makes sense.
Then they went wide receiver Jalen Darden from North Texas. I actually like that pick.
That's actually a good
Love
one.
it.
That's a really good one.
Inside linebacker KJ Britt from Auburn, cornerback Chris Wilcox from BYU, and then outside linebacker Grant Studdard from Houston, Mr. Irrelevant. He was the very last pick in the 7th round. Probably won't even make the roster, guys, but hey, at least you tried. You got drafted. You can say you say you got drafted to the NFL. A lot of people can't say that, so don't get down on yourself. Maybe somebody will pick him up. I'm not gonna give him an F.
I'm joking about that.
The receiver jumps out at me. I like Joe Tryon, but my whole thing is they could have had no picks. It wasn't going to matter for the Bucs right now, right? At least for this particular year coming up. Like they're set up.
Not everybody.
They are set up right now. So
You got everybody.
This was more so depth and our future potential starters, or what. That's all this draft was about. Like they had the luxury of like literally not needing anything. That's a luxury they had.
Got everybody.
I'm giving a C. I don't know. Like I don't love any one pick. I like besides the receiver. I like that pick. Some people scratch their head about it because it's like obviously you got AB, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and then you had Scotty Miller and what's the other receiver, Vick, from last year?
Tyler Johnson.
Tyler Johnson. So you could say you had two younger receivers, but I think he can make an impact on the team right now. The only difference is as a kick returner or potentially a punt returner. He might be able, but I think he was a steal for them for where they got him. Honestly, I actually really like the receiver. Kyle Trask is an interesting one. Is he gonna be the heir apparent? We'll see. I didn't like how he looked in the bowl game. He had a good, good season, regular season, but in that bowl game, he didn't really. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, sit behind Brady. That's the perfect situation. Hopefully, he can soak up something. But even if he doesn't end up panning out, doesn't necessarily matter because, like I said, as of right now, I mean, he wouldn't have to start for 2 years anyway. So
yeah,
none of these picks necessarily matter per se because again, this is all for like maybe a year or two down the line. Joe Tryon, I do like that pick too. Maybe you could have went somewhere else with that pick in the first, but I'm not mad at it.
All right, so I gave the Tampa Bay Buccaneers a B, just a flat B. I like to pick Joe Tryon. He's going to be, he has a lot of the measurables as JPP when he was coming out of college. He's a little raw. He has his power move, and but he's versatile. He can play all across the line. So they'll definitely take advantage of that. Obviously, he's going to be in a situation where he's going to be coming in as a rotational rusher, and he can learn from Shaq Barrett and JPP in terms of improving his pass rush game to say. So it's not necessarily needed that he's going to be playing, but I do believe that he will play some, and eventually throughout the season he'll get some steam. But second round pick, Kyle Trask, I will tell you, I was hoping for Kellen Mond. Didn't happen. Broke my heart. Not a Gator fan. I'm not a fan of his either, but BA, they believe that above the shoulders, he has everything that it takes. From what I got, they said he can make every throw. I guess it's a lot of the same doubts that they gave about Brady, but I'm not trying to say he's going to be the next Brady. I think he would be a backup quarterback at best, but hey, prove me wrong, Kyle Trask, please. If you do, great. If not, I won't be mad at you. I am not expecting much from you. Third round, going to the Darden pick, the North Texas. That was actually one of my favorites too. A lot of people say about the whole receiving court. Yeah, I get it. No, he's going to be a punt returner. Kick return is pretty much irrelevant since they moved it up. So kick return, sometimes it might happen, but don't expect it. Punt return is what we need because in terms of return game, that's non-existent with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the most part. You might get a couple, like 5-10 yards, but nothing crazy. And outside of that, last thing I wanted to highlight, I wasn't crazy about the rest of the other picks. Not bad. the offensive lineman in the third round. He is a versatile lineman. He's going to be playing center and in the guard positions. I guess he did that at the Senior Bowl, and the Bucs were impressed with him, so they really drafted him. Even though it says he's a tackle, he's going to be a swing guard, but a center. And then the 7th round pick, Mr. Irrelevant. All that they were saying is he is a hell of a special teams player. So if there's one way he's going to make the roster, that'd be it. But good luck, sir. He has a great story. He was home. Well, he has 3 brothers, and he basically raised them. I don't know his whole family situation, but and the whole details. But yeah, Spence.
I will give you guys a C plus. Once again, it's really nothing too dire that you guys need because you got everybody.
Yep, that purposes.
So most of these are more depth. Tryon makes sense. You just gotta get ready for moving on, try to get younger. So the picks make sense, backups and everything. So
yeah,
makes sense. That makes sense.
All right.
Oh, I would have liked the safety, but that's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, me personally,
A free safety.
Well, I mean, you can convert.
Yeah,
but
well,
either way. But yeah.
Yeah.
But I was saying like somebody like Trayvon Moehrig who went in the second. That could have been somebody y'all could have taken at the end of the first that might have. I mean, whatever. It is what it is.
Or Cisco, Andre Cisco.
Oh yeah, that too.
We could have got him in a second, but it's okay.
All right, so Tennessee Titans. So took Caleb Farley from Virginia Tech, where they got him at 22. I like it because he only failed due to medical. So if he can come in healthy, I think that is going to be a steal of a pick for a team that's going to need it. They got rid of basically their whole secondary and started fresh. So like they let everybody else walk. And then they brought in Jack Rabbit. So you get Caleb Farley now like that. They went offensive tackle Dylan Raduns from North Dakota State. Inside linebacker Monty Rice from Georgia. Elijah Molden, cornerback from Washington. They took wide receiver Des Fitzpatrick from Louisville. He got some good tape too. Defensive end Rashad Weaver from Pittsburgh. Wide receiver Racy McMath from LSU. And then safety Brady Breeze from Oregon. I think they addressed majority of their needs. C plus.
Okay. I gave them a B minus. I love where they were able to get Caleb Farley in this draft. I think Spence was the only one that hit this one. So good call on your part. In the second round, Dylan, the offensive tackle, first round grade, but they got him in the second round. Another great value pick. Outside of that, mainly defense, mainly defense. They got a receiver. I felt like maybe they could have. I mean, I know they needed help on defense because that's especially in the secondary. So I understand that situation. Offensively, I would have liked a particular receiver. In terms of Des Fitzpatrick. I guess you don't really need too much of a receiving core, especially how run dominant that team is. And they got AJ Brown, tight end. I'm not too sure about their tight end situation, so I can't really say with that. But I'm sure they're gonna make something work. They probably might have some gems over there that we don't know about, but I felt like if they could have addressed the receiver position, I would probably give him a higher grade. But hey, B minus. Spence.
I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna be B minus. This is the one pick I actually got right on the head. It made sense for them, especially since the secondary wasn't doing anything, so they're starting new. Why not try to get one of, if healthy, one of the best underrated corners? So if that can work, I believe it work. Speed is a big thing over there, so hopefully this will work.
All right. And lastly,
12-5.
the people,
Yes, sir.
the team that is going 12-5, they don't even got a name still, but
12-5.
Vick believes in them. The Washington football team.
That's a name to me.
Wait, Trey. The 12-5.
Oh yeah, well, I didn't say that, so I'm not gonna. It's not coming out of my mouth.
According to Vick, I'm sorry. According to Vick, the
12-5. Mariana, if you want to bet, hit me up.
So inside linebacker Jamin Davis from Kentucky in the first round, like that pick. Second round, they went Samuel Cosme, offensive tackle from Texas, like that one. Then they went cornerback Benjamin St. Juste from Minnesota. Then they go wide receiver De'Ami Brown from North Carolina, like that pick. Tight end John Bates from Boise State. Safety Derek Forrest from Cincinnati. Cameron Cheeseman, a lone snapper from Michigan. Outside linebacker William Bradley King from Baylor. Defensive end Shaka Toney from Penn State. And then another wide receiver, Dax Milne from BYU. Solid. I give him a B.
Okay. Well, we're on the same page with that. I gave him a B as well. Jamin Davis, I had that one as one of my selections. Thank you very much. De'Ami Brown, that was definitely a great value pick. Loading up on that receiver position. The only thing that I, it's kind of hoping the Washington football team would do is, get that quarterback. But they didn't get the quarterback, so that's why I just got them at a solid D. They would have got to be the quarterback, maybe a lineman. Oh, they got the lineman with the second pick, right?
Yeah.
So the lineman was a good pick for them. So I understood that. But yeah, quarterback was my biggest issue. But Fitzmagic and that boy Taylor Heineke. So they do it. 12-5, baby.
Oh man. Well, looks like we're on agreement. So I agree with this. This was pretty solid. It fills some, especially on defense. Continue to add pieces to it. A young defense already, and yeah, I agree. 12-5. All right. I guess.
Hey, that's what this man said, not me. But
right.
Yeah, we have anything outside of that. That wraps up the 32 teams in their draft grades. We got through every team. Let's see, anything else you gentlemen would like to add?
I'm good.
Hey, Rod said, "What's up to Miami?" I'm good.
Oh.
Hey, Rod to Miami.
Hey, Rod. Okay.
Tua time. We don't need no A-Rod, man.
Come to DC, A-Rod.
That I don't think they got enough to give up, but hey.
Yeah.
They have to give up Chase Young and a bunch of people to get it from Green Bay.
Well, I'm gonna think Denver, but yeah.
Who cares? So even if he goes to Denver, Does that put them over the Chiefs, really?
Hell yeah. I'm gonna say it right now.
Wrap it up. Wrap it
Yeah,
up.
I don't. Yeah.
Wrap it
All
up.
right. So you've heard what we had to say. You can agree, hopefully not with Vic, or you can disagree. But at the end of the day, all takes are valid.
You be on drugs
All
if
right.
you disagree with me.
All right.
All right, boys.
All right.